Good morning. So in response to a question I had about what am I referring to when I say tap and swirl the milk. So I'm going to demonstrate the tap and swirl. This is the Breville Creatista Plus, and I'm going to go ahead and steam some milk. And we'll start off by pressing start and start again. So what happens when you steam milk is that it creates a lot of foam and bubbles in the milk. You can already see on the surface there's some bubbles taking place. Usually with a traditional steam wand or Panarillo, when you're actually holding it, you're able to adjust the angle of the cup in order to incorporate all the bubbles. You can't do that with the Creatista Plus since the milk steaming process is automated. Alright, so let's see, since I'm doing this single-handedly, we'll take it off like that, let it purge. Now I have to come back and rinse that. So if you look at the milk, you've got some surface bubbles. And what I mean by tap and swirl is simply tapping your milk jug to help incorporate any additional bubbles that are in the milk, to bring them to the surface. And then swirl to better incorporate all of the foam. Takes a little bit of practice to try to get your swirl right, depending on how much foam there is. But I try to swirl it up against the sides of the milk jug as best I can to incorporate it. So you get a better consistency foam without a lot of the larger bubbles. And without flinging milk all over the place. Just be careful, don't get too aggressive. So if you could tell, there's still some bubbles, but it's much better incorporated now. You can see just some foam up on top, or larger bubbles I should say. And usually I don't spend this much time doing it since I'm making a quick latte. Otherwise I'd be back to the Oracle machine. And the Oracle, you don't really have to swirl as much. If you haven't seen my other videos, I'm actually coming to you from my new Airstream Interstate. Just woke up this morning, I've got my sleeping bag out, and I am in the galley. Let me get my coffee cup. That's been rinsed out. Let me give it one last good swirl. And there you go. So a little bit of foam blob you saw, but overall a pretty good consistency. And we'll go ahead, finish this off. Got my overhead storage compartment. Got my travel bag of Grand Cru. Let's see, I think we're going to use I have Aroma. There we go. Looks black. It's dark gray. So that's pretty good. We'll use that. Down the hatch and start. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I absolutely love the Breville Creatista Plus. I bring it with me on the road whenever I go camping in the RV. Not the smallest in Nespresso machines, but it's still fairly easy to transport, and it gives me a great milk option when I'm out camping. Or as I like to say, I'm a glamper, not a camper. The machine is fantastic for that. Any other questions, definitely let me know. Thank you for the question of what is the tap and swirl. Not a dance move, but just a technique to help incorporate your foam. Until next time.